Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing the 2023 Genesis G80 Electric. So this is the G80 Electric and it does look like the normal G80, but today I'm going to go ahead and show you all the features this G80 Electric has. This electric G80 has two electric motors, one in the front, one in the back, and each motor is 136 kilowatt, and both motors are connected to an 87.2 kilowatt hour battery. The horsepower numbers are 365 and the torque is 516, and the range is 282 on this G80, and the charging speed is 9 hours on a 240 volt outlet. Here is the MSRP sticker of this 2023 Genesis G80 Electric. If you guys are interested in the standard features it has, just go ahead and pause the video. And as I mentioned guys, there is no packages you could choose on this G80 Electric, and the price with destination is $81,625. If you guys are curious about the color is called Vic Black, and it does look right on this Genesis G80 Electric. And by the way guys, there is 9 colors you could choose from and 3 interior colors you could choose from. And this one has the brown interior, there is black, white, and brown. And as I mentioned, there is 9 exterior colors you could choose from. I personally think that G80 Electric looks very nice in white. This dealership has a white one, and I personally think it looks better than this Vic Black. And by the way, the G80 Electric only has one package, and it is the standard package, so there is no select package, advanced, sport. So as of now, there's only one package you could choose from, and basically it's just a standard package. And coming to the front, I love the way how the headlights look like. They are the same as the normal G80. Everything right here in the front is LED, and that's expected from an $80,000 luxury car. And for the grille, honestly, it looks amazing. I love the design of this grille, and it's honestly kind of hard to tell the difference between the electric G80 and the non-electric. Right here in the center, that's the emergency braking sensor. Underneath it, there is a front-facing camera. Genesis logo is up there. And for the charge port, you can't even see it, but it is actually right here. So you have to click on it to open it. It does open a little bit, and then you do the rest of the work. Here is the charger. And yeah, overall, I really like what Genesis did with the charge port. You can't even see it. So definitely a smart design. There is a bottom grille. It is finished in gloss black. There is front parking sensors on this G80, and there is functional vents on the left and right. And yeah, overall, does look good. Very similar to the non-electric. And yeah, overall, I think Genesis did a great job. But let's go ahead and move to the side, and I'll show you the side view of this G80 Electric. Here is the side view of this G80 Electric, and to be able to tell that this is the electric version of the G80 is from the rims and from the front. So on the side, the only way to tell is from those rims. The size is 245, 45, 19. They have an okay look to them. Not really my favorite, but this is a luxurious car, so that's completely fine. There is a chrome trim in the bottom, a little bit of it in the back. There is a tiny bit in the front. All the window trims are finished in chrome. On the mirror, there is a blind spot monitoring system and a camera for the 3D view and the 360. And on the fender, there is turn signal indicators. They definitely look nice, and they definitely make this car look very premium. And yeah, overall, I think the side view looks pretty good. By the way, this G80 does not have a sunroof. I really wish it did for the price point, but I feel like probably adding a sunroof will add more weight to this G80 because the batteries are already heavy. But let's go ahead and move to the back, and I'll show you the back view of this G80. Here is the back of this G80, and honestly, doesn't even look like an electric from the back. There is no badges or anything like that. And if you guys are curious about the weight of this G80, it is 5,000 pounds, which is very, very heavy. And for the taillights, they have the same exact look as the non-electric. Everything right here in the back is LED, and that's expected, of course. The reverse lights are actually located in the bottom. They are LED. And there is this chrome trim in the back. camera. There's a button on top the camera for the trunk. Genesis is spelled out back here. G80 finished in chrome all the way to the left. And there's parking sensors back here. Reflectors are very long. And yeah, as I said, the reverse lights are located in the bottom. They are LED. There's really not a lot of design in the bottom. And yeah, overall, I think the back looks alright. And I'm so happy that the G80 received electrification. And I think that's a very smart move from Genesis. So they already had the batteries on the Ioniq 5, the EV6, and the GV60. So I'm glad that they brought this to the G80 right away. They did not wait. So good job, Genesis, for doing that very quick. Here's the key of this Genesis. It does look nice. Nothing different about this key. It's not finished in blue, or it doesn't have any blue badges or anything like that. So it's just a normal key. And this key has a ton of buttons on it. By the way, this key feels nice and light, very nice and solid. It is a little bit on the bigger side, but it is because of the buttons, the amount of buttons it has. So it does have 8 buttons on it: lock, unlock, trunk release, panic button, a button for the lights to turn on the lights. It does have the smart park and the remote start. And let's go ahead and open actually the trunk. I love the way how the trunk opens and closes. It does have power trunk, but yeah, it is very nice and smooth, nice and quiet, beside the beeping, of course. Up there is 2 buttons, one to close the trunk, the other one is to close the trunk, unlock the car. And inside there is a decent amount of space, but that's where the batteries are located. So definitely the trunk is smaller than the normal G80. So it is nice and wide, and I personally think that there is a decent amount of space back here, even with this being there. And underneath there is a nice deep storage places, and underneath that foam piece there is nothing, so you could just remove this foam piece if you want to. And I love the fact that I could just put this cover, or basically put this plastic right there and keep this cover open. So good amount of space, I think, in the back of this G80. Here is the door handle. Top portion is finished in chrome. The bottom is finished in the same color as the car. There is a sensor right here. That's how you lock the car. And to unlock it, there is a sensor behind this door handle. So that's how you unlock it. It does have auto folding mirrors, and it does have soft door closing. So the door just closed by itself. So if you don't close this door 100%, it will actually do the rest of the work. Here is a front door panel. The front door panel looks very good. Again, guys, there is 3 interior colors you could choose from. There is white, black, and this brown, the brown color called two-tone brown, I think. Coming to the top portion of the door, it is nice and soft. I love this wood, and this is finished in brushed aluminum. It is a little bit on the lighter side, but it does feel nice and solid. Memory seats, a tweeter, all the window switches, mirror controls, everything looks good. And the front, the window switches, or all the windows are automatic up and down. And this is nice and soft. This is extremely soft. I love the design. It does have Lexicon sound system. It doesn't say how many speakers it has. And this is nice and soft. I love the way how the speakers look like. There's a bottom speaker right there. Decent amount of storage place in the bottom, and this is actually nice and soft. So nothing on this door panel is plastic. So everything is nice and soft. And inside, the seats are nice and comfortable. And I really like the design on those seats. They do have the Argo motion massaging seats, or those seats have the Argo function. Lumbar support, seat controls, of course everything is powered, and this is the thigh extension, as you guys see. But let's go ahead and move inside this G80, and I'll show you how it looks like from the inside. Alright, so here's the interior of this 2023 Genesis G80. As you guys heard, the way how the doors close, they just feel very nice and solid. And literally every single thing in this Genesis G80 is soft. So this is soft, this up there is soft, door panel is soft, this is extremely soft, this whole thing right there is soft. So they did a great job. Even this down here is soft, this is soft, the armrest, even the sides right here, everything is very, very soft. So Genesis seriously did a great job with this G80. And again, guys, this one has the brown interior, so it is the two-tone brown. And as you guys see, it is finished in like a very dark brown / black. And yeah, overall it does look very, very good. And steering wheel has an okay look to it. Not a big fan of it, but this is a luxury sedan, so I think that's okay. Right here on the left, there is the voice command, phone controls, and volume controls. And on the right is the safety features. This Genesis has a lot of safety features. It does have the lane keeping assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring system, right cross traffic. It does have a 3D view. I'll show you that on that 14.5-inch screen. There is a 12.3-inch cluster display. It does look very good, and it is very high resolution. Paddle shifters, they feel nice and solid, very nice sound. And basically those paddle shifters for the pedal drive, so basically one pedal driving. And behind the steering wheel there is the headlight controls, turn signal controls, and the high and low beam. And on the right is the wiper controls. And as I mentioned, guys, this is nice and soft. Everything is nice and soft. I love the way how the vents look like. If you move them to the left, you will lock the air or block the air. And I love this wood trim, brushed aluminum. Down here there is 4 buttons: traction control, brightness control, e-brake, and the trunk release button. And here is the 14.5-inch screen. Does look good, and you could control it 2 different ways. It is a touch screen, and you could control it with this wheel right here. Nice and responsive, and I love the way how it looks, and the layout is perfect. And yeah, everything about this screen is just perfect. Few information about the charge and the battery and everything. And if we go back, let's go ahead and put the car in reverse. So it does have a normal backup camera, 360, and it does have the 3D view. 3D view looks amazing, very nice and high res. And by the way, guys, you could change the color of the car itself. So if you go into the settings, you could actually change it. I thought only the car can be like white, so I just changed it, and it does look very good. So you could match basically your car, you could change the color, and I did not know about this. Very high resolution. Here is the down view, there is a rim view, and if you put the car in park, it will actually display the front. So the front camera will actually turn on. And this is soft. I love the wood. Air vents look good. Emergency light button. Here is the EV start stop. And for the climate controls, very easy to use. You could actually control the rear climate. So this G80 has tri-climate control. I really wish that the temperature went below 62 Fahrenheit, but that's the least it could go. Auto function off. This is the front. Heated seats, cold seats, 3 stages, heated steering wheel. And I love this screen, very high res, and it does give you that haptic feedback. And there's like an EV menu. You could turn on the driver if you want, the driver only if you want to, and you could control the back. And yeah, overall very nice and responsive. And there's some shortcuts. Let's say if you want to go to the navigation, just click on map. This will take you to the built-in navigation. There is a wireless phone charger, 2 USBs. You could close this cover if you want to. I love the wood, and this middle console just looks amazing. 2 cup holders on the right, nice and big. You could actually close this cover if you want to. Wood feels nice. You could definitely feel the texture. And here's the drive mode, a button to turn on the camera without putting the car in reverse, parking sensors, and here is the shifter that will control the 1-speed automatic transmission in this G80, brake hold, This right here will control the screen, as I said. You could move it left, right, back, front, rotate it, volume knob, tune, back, home, and menu. And I really like the brushed aluminum, and yeah, overall everything just looks good. The armrest is nice and soft. Inside there is a decent amount of space. There's actually a tray inside that you could put here. It is nice and deep, 112 volt. I really wish there was like a USB Type-C inside. It would have been nice. And up here, rear view mirror looks good. It is frameless, does have the garage controls underneath it. And here is the glasses holder, touch sensitive LED lights, a button to turn on all the lights, another button to keep the lights off when the doors are open, a shade button, as you guys see, SOS, and the headliner is finished in suede, and inside the visor is nice and soft, finished in suede. There is a massive mirror, and there is a nice bright LED light. Here is the back door panel, and the back door panel has the same design as the front, and I love the fact that everything is nice and soft. So this top portion right here is nice and soft. There's a privacy screen right here, and door handle feels nice and light but solid at the same time. Tweeters, this is actually nice and soft. By the way, this wood trim is actually different than the front. So the front door has different wood, and for the other one on the other side, it doesn't have the same trim as the front, but this was put here by mistake, I think. Yeah, so this one doesn't look like the other doors, and the armrest is nice and soft. This is actually soft, but doesn't look like plastic, but it's soft. This is soft. Here is the speaker in the bottom, and here is a window switch. Door locks, by the way, all windows are automatic up and down, as I said, and all 4 windows have acoustic glass or double pane glass, but I'm not sure about the windshield and the back glass, if they have acoustic or not. And for the back seats, a ton of leg room, good amount of headroom, and yeah, it does look very nice and comfortable. I love the way how the seats look like. Seat belts are finished in the same color, and there is a pass-through back here. This is nice and soft. Inside there is a really nice deep storage place, 1 LED light. You could put probably something right here, and this right here will control the shade. And there is 2 cup holders, nice and deep. You could close this one if you want to. This right here is finished in gloss black, but it does collect a good amount of fingerprints. So piano black is not good for fingerprints. Inside there is climate controls back here, and as I mentioned, it does have a truck climate control. So there's an off button, fan speed, temperature. You could change the mode. AC vents or air vents look very nice, and you could control the seat, by the way. And that's how the front of this Genesis G80 looks like. I hope you guys enjoyed this review of this 2023 Genesis G80 Electric. If you guys are around and if you guys are interested, make sure to come and see Moody here at Genesis of Milford. And if you guys are interested in seeing more videos like this, please like and subscribe because it does help a lot. And as always, I'll see you next time.